Brought to you by Gamezy. Win up to rupees 5 crores every day. Download the app now.
Before the tournament started, a lot of us thought that Sunrisers Hyderabad will struggle, and that's how it looked like when they lost their first two encounters. But since then, they have won two in a row, and the player we thought like Abhishek Sharma, who weren't doing well, has suddenly come to form for them. So now they're going to take on the Kolkata Knight Riders. For if they beat them, they're gonna make it 3 wins in a row. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about our top fantasy picks. Well, among the budget buys, Abhishek Sharma is a no-brainer. Abhishek Sharma scored, by the way, he started off poorly. We thought probably he shouldn't be opening, but then the third game he scored that 75-run innings that he played was sensational. Even in the last game, that 40-odd runs that he scored after a sedate start, after they were struggling in those initial overs, that also played a crucial role. So Abhishek Sharma is definitely one of my budget buys for this game. Apart from Abhishek Sharma, the guy just below him, Marco Jansen, has impressed me. He has replaced Romario Shepherd in the side, and that has provided them with more stability in their bowling lineup. He hasn't conceded too many runs, and Marco Jansen again is a great pick. But one guy you should have in your side is T. Natarajan. He's been consistently bowling well, and because he bowls in the death overs, he picked up 2 wickets in the last game, 2 wickets in the game before that. So definitely a must pick among your budget buys. Now let's look at the Kolkata Knight Riders. Well, Kolkata, Umesh Yadav started off the season with such a bang, right? A lot of people were talking about whether he could be in with a shout for that World T20 side that India picked. But last game, he gave away 48 runs from his 4 overs. But maybe that was just a one-off game. And this game, again, I'm going to pick him in my side. So Umesh Yadav is there. Maybe have somebody like a Venkatesh Iyer or Nitish Rana. Nitish Rana scored 30 in the last innings, and even though Venkatesh Iyer only made 18, he had scored a 50 before that. So maybe they are both coming to form now, and that is really important for KKR. So these 3 could be your budget buys from the Kolkata Knight Riders side. Overseas options. We know Hyderabad have won their last 2 games, and I don't think they're going to make any changes to their overseas personnel. Kane Williamson will play. Aiden Markram really hasn't had to do much in the last 2 games, so he'll still keep his place in the side. Marco Jansen has been very impressive for them, and Nicholas Pooran won them the game last time around. He scored 34 runs off 18 balls and finished the innings off. So these 4 will definitely play. Now it's up to you who you want to pick in your side. Kolkata Knight Riders, I think 3 slots, you know who are going to be there. Sunil Narayan is going to be there, Andre Russell is going to be there, and Pat Cummins is going to be there. These 3 will be there for sure. But apart from these 3, Sam Billings did not have a great last game and the game before that, even though he looked in good touch in the game before that. So maybe what they can do is, because Ajinkya Rahane has not been scoring too many runs for KKR, maybe they could look at getting in somebody like an Aaron Finch in place of Sam Billings, and then Sheldon Jackson comes in as the wicket keeper. But that's a combination that they could be looking at. But not sure whether they'll decide to drop Sam Billings or not. But if it happens, maybe Aaron Finch gets a game. Captaincy choices. Well, Kane Williamson, again, last game scored those crucial runs for his side, and even though he got out towards the later stages and it was Nicholas Pooran who finished the innings, Williamson's contribution was massive. A lot was said about Williamson because he was coming back from that perennial elbow injury that has been keeping him out of the 11, the New Zealand 11 I'm talking about, for a long time. But that has changed, and now he looks back in form. So Williamson is one guy you could be looking at. I'm saying that maybe take a punt on somebody like a T. Natarajan also, for that matter. He might give you those 2 wickets. So maybe not captain, maybe a vice captain, because he keeps taking those crucial wickets at the end, and you know that KK are going to go hard in those end overs. So maybe he'll bring you some wickets. So that's from the Sunrisers Hyderabad. Now Kolkata Knight Riders. And frankly, there's only one player I'm looking at, and that's Shreyas Iyer. I kept saying before, they've played 4-5 games now, and every game I point out that Shreyas Iyer is my favorite choice if you're making him your captain from the Kolkata Knight Riders side. But that was what proved right in the last game. He scored that 50, even though they lost the game. but Shreyas Iyer 50 meant that the guy is somehow back in form. Even though my only problem with Shreyas Iyer was that every game he looked in form, every game he started really well, but threw his wicket away. Last game he scored at least a 50 and then got out with Kuldeep Yadav getting him stumped, if you remember. So Shreyas Iyer still one of the big captaincy choices from the KKR side. Another guy is Andre Russell. Last game he bowled more than 1 over. I think he bowled a couple of overs. So Russell with those 2 overs plus the batting prowess, the hitting ability that he has got, I think is a great choice as well. So it's entirely up to you who you want to make your captain. So now time for my fantasy 11, and you guys can make changes according to whoever you wish to have in your side, but mine for now is Abhishek Sharma, Kane Williamson, Venkatesh Iyer, Rahul Tripathi is there, hoping he's fit enough to play, because if you remember he had to go off retired hurt, and we thought it could be a hamstring issue, but Tom Moody had since then said that he is fine. So maybe he'll be available for this game. Shreyas Iyer is there, Nicholas Puran is there, Andre Russell. Then among the bowlers, Pat Cummins, Umesh Yadav, Marco Jensen and T. Natarajan. So that's my Gamezy 11. Guys, please make sure that you download the Gamezy app, because you can win up to 5 crore rupees in daily prizes. The description is has the link. So click on it, download the app, and you can make your team before the game starts, in the mid-innings break, and those 5 overs cider contest that you can join 8 times during a game. So what are you waiting for? Do it right now. Thank you for watching.